Welcome back to Breslov campus. A little bit in how to deal with bad news. When a person is hit with negative news, so there's two options. There's probably more options, but there's two options how to take it. Unfortunately, the test is that when a person hears bad news, it tends to make him even heavier, and he feels even worse. It's not enough that he's struggling, but when he hears other people going through struggles and hearing negative news, so it tends to put a weight on a person and to begin to feel feelings of futility and hopelessness. Look at what other people are going through. Look what I'm going through. Who says we're going to make it? It's so difficult, our struggle. For what are we struggling in vain? And this and that. The real reality is, and this is the other way to approach, is wait a second. Who's the one making you hear this news? It's Hashem. Hashem sent it that specifically you, Dafka you, at this moment, at that time, at that space, you were there to hear what you had to hear. Now, why is Hashem doing this? Is Hashem's intent to make you more down, more heavier? Or is it because you can do something about it? When you're hearing bad news of other people, what they're going through and struggles and this and that, it's not to weigh you down, but it's because you can make a difference. That's why they're making you hear it. That you're davening for these people, for these matters, is what's in the way of the salvation. Rabbi Nachman, in his book Tzaddik, he gives an amazing analogy of a king and a son, where the king was very upset at the son and he kicked him out of the palace. And the son was very miserable. He came back crying to his father, let me back in. The king let him back in. And again, he acted very bad. The king kicked him out again. And he begged to come back in. And he came back in. He had such remorse and had such pity on his son, he let him back in. And this went on again and again until the king said, what does it help me kicking him out if in the end I have such pity and compassion on him, I let him back in. This time I have to kick him out and keep him out. That he stays out of the palace. So he ordered one of his high ministers to be positioned at the entrance of the palace with instructions, don't let the king's son in at all. So this minister was standing at the door, at the entrance of the castle, and the prince comes begging to come in, let me see my father, the king. And the minister says, no, I have strict orders not to let you in, you're not allowed to come in. And the son is begging, please, I regret how I acted in this. He says, no, you keep on doing it, you have to learn once and for all. The king said no. And the son kept on begging and bugging the minister, please let me in. So the minister began to think, wait a second, what's going on here? The son desires to be with his father, the king. And there's a rule that the way you feel about one person, that's how they feel about you. Like a mirror. Kamaim layam mechasim. Right? A face is like a reflection. How you think of someone, that's how also they think about you. So if now the prince is yearning to be with the father, the king, that must mean the king also right now has pity and a yearning to let his son back in. And who's stopping them from getting together? Me, I'm in the way. So the minister himself asked the king, he begged the king, please let your son in. And the king felt, yes, please let him in. And he let him back in. And Rabbi Nachman revealed this to teach that you can make a difference. If Hashem is sending you bad news about other people, this one is sick, this one is struggling, this one is about to go through a divorce and this and that, is because you can make a difference. If you couldn't make a difference, they wouldn't let you hear it. The test is, and this is what the Yetzer Hara uses, is you feel negative, everybody's negative, everybody's suffering, everybody's going through a hard time, and there's nothing good about life and nothing good to live for. Wait a second, Hashem sent this to you because you can make a difference. And not to say, who am I? As if my davening makes a difference. If your davening didn't make a difference, then why did Hashem let you hear this? Just to break you and crack you more? You're not already going through enough in life that you have to hear more bad news? It was sent in order that you should do something about it, because you can do something about this. And in this, Rabbi Nachman teaches that every Jew has to have this type of pride, Jewish pride, that my davening has a value. And never, ever, ever to think, Chas v'shalom, as if my davening makes a difference. Who am I? I'm so blemished and so far and so my davening makes a difference. And the answer is yes, that's the test. To believe that your davening does make a difference. And this is why Hashem sends things, information, incidents, situations your way, so that you can and should daven about it to make the difference.